Hi, welcome back to video 6 of the Working with Endnote video series. So in the last video, I showed you guys the way that Endnote will automatically format all your references back and forth from one reference style to another. And I showed you how journals will actually have their reference style Endnote already downloadable that you can apply, and also how you can switch between Vancouver or APA, and Endnote will automatically format your references for you. Later on in the advanced Endnote series, we'll look at ways that you can tweak the formatting so that, for example, if you wanted to change the way that this was displaying, you would be able to. But for this Endnote video, we're just going to go into how you actually insert a new reference in your assignment. And I'm going to keep working with this example here so that I can show you how Endnote will actually save your life in terms of ordering the references so that you don't have to reorder them if you insert a reference as number 1. Because of course, if you insert a new reference as number 1, you have to then change the numbering for every single reference in your entire article. If you insert a reference at the end, then actually that's not such a big deal, because it's going to be, in this case, for this article, it's just going to pop on at the end. That's for the Vancouver style. I've just realized that I'm still in the APA style. So let's just go back to Vancouver so that you can see what I mean there about how if you've got 62 references, if you insert one as number 1, then all the other references are going to be having their numbers changed, and Endnote will do that for you. And also, if you insert a reference halfway through at number 20 or whatever it is, Endnote will also do that automatically for you so that they remain all correct once it's finished its formatting. Obviously, because it actually is doing quite a lot of behind-the-scenes coding here, it actually needs some time to update your bibliography, but it should be finished in 1 second. And so you can see here I've switched back to the Vancouver referencing style. And on this particular example article, we got 69 references. So that will save you time, because if I say, okay, actually, I was working on my assignment and right towards the end, I found this really great reference, and I realized that there are marks going for the quality of my references. And it's like a must reference paper that I really can't submit this assignment without including this paper. But the problem is you want to reference it here at the beginning. So you click on Insert Citation, and let's say that that reference was one of these two, which I brought in earlier to this assignment 1. Let's say it's the Alonso reference that I want to put in. So I go here and I type in Alonso and I click Find, and because this is already in my library, it will come up here. There is a way to do this where you search for references on the internet, but I would recommend just take them from the internet into your library first and then insert them here. So I double click on this, and it's now going to put Alonso in, and it will make Alonso number 2 or possibly number 1. And it will then go down my entire list of references, and it's going to rename all of those references from up to 69. And it's going to now have, down in the reference list, you can see Alonso was put in as number 2, and everything else has moved down. So this Beiersdorf reference, which had been number 2, is now number 3, and so on. And so you can see that there's now going to be 70 references in total. Now, if I want to say, you know what, I actually wanted that Alonso reference to be number 1 and not number 2, for some reason, you can right-click on this, and you click Edit Citation, you click More, and it will come up and show you exactly what the citations are that make this up. So you can see here that this is Zuppinger and Alonso, and I'm going to say, you know what, I actually want Alonso to move up. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to now get Alonso is going to be number 1. This is obviously going to change all of the formatting. So when I click OK, Endnote's going to have to do some processing to change that again. And it's going to put Alonso number 1. It's going to put that Zuppinger reference number 2. And when I go down to the bottom, I should see in my bibliography or reference list at the end that it will say Alonso number 1 here and Zuppinger number 2, and everything else will be as it was because that won't have changed the rest of it. So you can see that you're actually now saving yourself an enormous amount of time, and you're also eliminating, or more or less eliminating, the human factors that could come in to mean that you accidentally putting the numbers wrong in your reference list. That's where I'm going to end this video. But in the next video, I'll show you some more functions where Endnote can really change the way that you do your assignments.